Hello, this is Bill Steffen. Hope you had a good day yesterday. I tell you what, I've been looking at all the different model solutions to determine how much snow we might get here. And there's a few of the models out there that are giving us some substantial amounts of snow, at least a part of the area, and also the possibility for some pretty cold temperatures here. So we'll talk more about that in a little bit. Boy, it was windy here, wasn't it, yesterday? And that wind knocked down a lot of leaves off the trees. We were up to 44 miles an hour at the Muskegon Beach. Beach wind gusts were just slightly higher than inland areas, but even the inland area saw some gusts that were over about 35 miles an hour. In terms of high temperatures, it was warmer south and cooler to the north. By the time you got north of about Big Rapids, temperatures were only in the 40s. And temperatures here down to the south were just a little bit warmer. I believe in Grand Rapids, our high temperatures peaked out in the low to mid 50s as we finally got a little bit of sunshine in for later on in the day. And we'll take a look at that now and show you some of those numbers. Coldwater, the warmest at 58. You can see a nice picture from Windmill Island. It was still fairly cloudy when that picture was taken, about 11 o'clock in the morning. Kalamazoo and Marshall at 57. And Cadillac just 49, Gaylord 44. So as you got up north, the combination of the cool air and the wind made it feel like kind of a late fall or even early winter day. I look at our sunrise and sunset time. We're down to 10 hours and 5 minutes of daylight. We lose another hour and 5 minutes before we hit the solstice here right before Christmas. And the average high temperature has dipped one more. We're down to 51 now for an average high at this time of year. The record high for the day was 77. That was set in 1975, and that was the same year that we had the sinking of the Edmund Fitzgerald, and the 50th anniversary of that is coming up. We'll have to make mention of that too. And the cold temperature of +9, the record low, was set in 1951, where we had an unbelievable cold and snowy period. I believe in early November that year, we had 2 feet of snow that fell here in West Michigan. Of course, it all melted off with an average temperature of 51. If you're still, 10 degrees colder than average, you make it to 41 and you're still melting the snow. The picture there shows the Muskegon Channel. Somebody was out there kind of walking around. All right, let's go on and take a look at, first of all, there's a picture of the Holland Beach. When I checked in the early morning, waves were running 6 feet out at the Port Sheldon and South Haven buoys. Today, the lake will be a little calmer in the morning, but should pick up a little bit in the afternoon. Southwest to south winds 10 to 20 knots, waves 1 to 3 feet. And those are the water temperatures, upper 40s to low 50s, and I don't see them warming up much beyond that. They're going to continue to slide off as this cold air comes in here during the early part of next week. Got a gale watch in effect for Thursday night and Friday. Let's look at the full moon. We've been enjoying that. This full moon of November, called the Beaver Moon, is the brightest and biggest full moon of the year. And I watched that rise at the athletic field where I was doing some walking today, and really pretty. You could see it right as it popped up over the horizon, looking big and beautiful. All right, on we go. No severe weather again here on the day yesterday, and that is a good thing. We've had quite a quiet pattern here over the last month and a half or so. Really very little in the way of severe weather here. And don't see much coming, but there may be a touch of that. Let's go to the severe weather outlook areas forecast here. Hey, look at that light green over West Michigan. Wow, that's kind of iffy, but not impossible with the showers that come in here late Thursday night into early Friday morning, that somebody could see a flash of lightning with that. You can see there could be a little lightning up toward the Seattle area there as well, and in Yellowstone National Park. Then a little better bet for some thunderstorms with strong winds here during the day on Friday into Friday evening. You can see the yellow indicates a slight risk area from southern Kentucky on down to the Alabama border. And the green, the darker green right there, is a marginal risk. That runs from southern Ohio on down to Louisiana. It does get into areas in southwest Michigan, or right down toward the area south of Kalamazoo. So, not impossible. There could be a flash of lightning at some point late Thursday night or Friday morning. Here's rainfall across the area. We're expecting the heaviest rain in the country to fall in the Pacific Northwest, you can see some of that should be substantial. And let's zoom into Michigan right here and show you that we're expecting rainfall amounts generally around 1/4 to 1/3 of an inch in that darker green that's right there, a little bit less in the lighter green, but everybody sees a little bit of rain here, and that's probably a good thing. We could use a little bit of water for the evergreens and whatnot before winter takes over. Now, there will be some snow. I've got a snowfall map to show you. The more significant snow is going to be out in the Cascades and the mountains in Yellowstone National Park and the Tetons. But take a look in Minnesota, southern Minnesota, South Dakota, Minnesota, seeing a little bit of snow, not a lot. That's about 1 to 2 inches. And there's also snow in New England, in the Adirondacks, the Green and White Mountains up into northwestern Maine. So looking more wintry here, especially in the eastern U.S. All right, the tropics here, I believe we have a couple of cyclones going on here. Typhoon, this is Kalmagi, and that is really produced a lot of flooding damage in some of the islands of the Philippines. That was south of Manila. And that system is moving into Vietnam. It's probably as strong as it's going to get, and it will be weakening a little bit as it moves on shore in Vietnam, Laos, and probably rains itself out in northern Thailand. And right behind it, here comes tropical depression. Oh, there's the map for Kalmagi. And as you can see there, and then here's the next one. This one is going to be Typhoon Phong Weng, I believe. Let me look at that up just a second here. Where's my list here? It is, well, I'm not seeing it here. But oh, yeah, here it is. Feng Wong. Feng Wong is what it's supposed to be, with an A instead of an E. And as you can see, this one is heading up toward the area north of Manila. So it'll strike the Philippines again, just like the last one. And then weaken before it moves into South China around Hong Kong. So we're tracking those storms. Those are the only two typhoons or hurricanes anywhere in the world. Dry and becoming breezy today. It will be colder early next week, significantly colder. In fact, like January colder. And then there's that chance of snow Sunday afternoon in through Monday. And I tell you, I was looking at one of the European models. Each model has a number of different solutions, but one European model gives, now get this, now keep in mind, don't panic or anything like that, because this is just one map out of many, okay, but it gives Holland, Grand Rapids, and Lansing 10 inches of snowfall here early next week. So we'll keep an eye on things. Accumulating snow is possible, but it's very rare to get 10 inches of snow in the first week of November. I think that's probably happened 5 or 6 times, and that's it. So you got to go with climatology sometimes, what is most apt to occur. Today's weather looking pretty good. 54 degrees this afternoon, 33 the low in the early morning. There will be a little frost here during the early morning, so I might have to get the scraper out. There may be some rain here late in the night and then early on Friday. Humidity 45% in the afternoon, so that goes down. Winds probably start out around 5 miles an hour, then kick up to 10 to 15 in the afternoon, mainly coming out of the southwest. All right, here's a look at high temperatures today. 52 for Grand Rapids, 54 South Haven, 56 for South Bend, a little bit warmer as you go south, and still cool readings in the 40s from Houghton Lake northward, and then, of course, up across much of the UP. Temperatures there will be in the mid to upper 40s during the afternoon. And here's a look at your temperatures on Friday. It will be a little warmer, but it will be kind of cloudy with the chance of showers in the morning. If the sun pops out in the afternoon, it could turn out to be a pretty nice day, and it will probably be dry now for the Friday night football games. That's not a certainty as of yet. Look at the warm temperatures to the south, mid-60s for Gary, Indiana, and Chicago, 62 for South Bend, 56 Grand Rapids, and again, some 40s showing up in the UP. And then we have one more map to show you, and this is next Monday. These are high temperatures. It gives Grand Rapids 36 here. Now, that's the high. That means most of the day it'll be 33 or 34, and low temperatures will be down in the low to mid-20s. So if you're still, going out to the garden, keep in mind that everything's going to freeze out here early in the week. You can see on the other side of the lake, it's only in the 30s. Lake water temperatures in the upper 40s to low 50s should be enough for a little bit of a lake boost here with the system that's coming on through. There's a look at your 5-day forecast. 54 today, 56 on Friday. We're in the mid 40s Saturday afternoon. Good day to stay in and watch football. There'll be some scattered showers about. And for Sunday, they'll probably start out as rain and then go over to snow during the day as temperatures fall. We may hit 39, late morning-ish, and then temperatures start to drop a little bit. My 36 may actually be too warm. It may be more like 33 or 34 here on Monday with snow falling much of the day. So keep that in mind. That's certainly a possibility here. This is the 6 to 10 day outlook now, and it gives near average temperatures here. So after our cold shot here of 3-4 days or so, it will warm back up again. We're not done with the 50s as of this time, but it will be cool on the east. This system is going to produce frost possibly all the way down to the Florida-Georgia border. So this is really going to be a rather significant cooling over much of the eastern U.S. And you can see it's warm out in the west, more 80-degree temperatures out there in the Arizona desert. So not a bad day coming up here today. Day looks dry with rain moving in Thursday night into early Friday. We have Michelle with us today, and you prepared some interesting stuff for us, haven't you?
Hello. It sounds cold. Burr.
Oh, it is. Yes. I mean, but it will get cool in Alabama too. I mean, you're going to be seeing low temperatures probably in the mid to upper 30s.
When we were in Finland, I got a coat at a secondhand shop, so I'm all set.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so
I'll
we
bring
see
it up when I come to Michigan.
Is finished, right?
Exactly. I got to bring you your souvenir. We got you a nice souvenir
okay.
on this trip, and I've got to fly it up.
Wow. Neat.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
Try to figure that out between now and Christmas. Okay, totally
And you
awesome
said you
show.
really liked all the countries you were in, and you really liked Greece.
Greece is so beautiful. Yes, the sea is so blue. It's so wonderful. If you've ever been to Greece, drop a comment and tell us where you went and what it was like.
Yeah, and they get some great weather in the fall. They really do.
Yeah, I like to go on the tail end of the seasons when there's less crowds and the hotels are less expensive, and it was really, really great.
That's true in a lot of places. We got a room Mackinac Island for X number of dollars off because we were there the last week.
Yep, highly recommend.
Yeah.
Okay, so many things to talk about. November 6, 1923, Ottawa Beach hotel fire. So Lake Makatawa had a beautiful summer hotel.
Look at the size of that thing.
I know, right?
Wow.
200 rooms, 300-seat dining room. It opened in 1896. Isn't that beautiful?
It certainly is. What happened to it? I mean, it
On November 6th,
but they didn't rebuild it?
They never rebuilt it. It burned down in 1923. It was closed for the season by this time, and they first noticed the fire in the main building. They believe that it started in a parlor/barbershop, and it spread, but they had already drained the water tank for the season because the caretakers were about to leave to go hunting.
It seems kind of weird because you got all that water right around it. It's by a lake.
Yeah, they tried, but there were problems with the mud with running the fire hoses.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's too bad.
So the speculation was that it was caused by faulty wiring, but isn't that beautiful?
It certainly is. No one hurt, I take it?
I don't think so. And the hotel was owned by Fred Pantlind, and we've talked about him before. He opened the Pantlind Hotel in Grand Rapids, which is now part of the Amway Grand.
That's right. Yeah, that's beautiful. And that's a nice picture of it right there.
Yep. I don't think that he was the original builder of the Ottawa Beach Hotel, but I think he owned it at the time of the fire.
Right. And that's been a hotel for a long time, and probably the most prominent hotel for decades in downtown Grand Rapids. I've never stayed there, by the way. Have you?
I don't think so.
I mean, I live a couple miles away from the places,
If I have, it's been decades and decades.
But it's a very fine hotel. I've been to many functions there at the hotel. Interesting.
Okay, so this is the craziest story ever. So many of these, and the politicians ones, you're just like, what? Did that actually happen? And yes, it happened. November 6, 1962, an imposter was elected a Michigan representative and actually served as a Michigan representative.
You're
Detroit
kidding.
elected Daniel West. He claimed to be a lawyer who graduated from Yale Law and was a retired attorney from New York. But a detective started investigating, and it turns out that the real Daniel West had died 3 years before.
No kidding.
The
And,
person just,
and this is 1962. It's not like,
yeah,
1862. It's 19.
assumed the identity and ran for office and won and became a legislator. And it doesn't end there. It turns out that the person's actual fingerprints matched a felon who had been in prison 3 times for burglary, larceny, and forgery. And he was indicted on more
A
than
good
100
resume
counts.
for a politician, isn't it?
Yes. So he skipped town. They never found him.
Really?
He'd be 110 today.
He's probably in the retirement home in Washington with D.B. Cooper or whatever. I haven't found him either.
The last sighting was a super long time ago in, I think, Canada. But isn't that wild?
Oh, amazing. Why would you do that? I mean, for the sake of doing it, maybe, but wow.
Yeah.
Pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Pretty
So you
common
think
name.
politics was better before? It wasn't.
Yeah,
Crazy stuff happened.
interesting.
Mm-hmm.
He'd been in prison 3 times: burglary, larceny, and forgery.
He was good at it, but not that good at it.
I wonder why. I mean, it might, get his jollies or something like that to do that. But that's quite a commitment of time and energy.
Yeah. Well, it worked until it didn't.
Do you know where he was elected from?
Detroit.
Detroit. Okay. All right. Interesting. Wow.
Oh, okay. Yes. So we have video today. Joy Moore sent us a video of clouds over the Escanaba River. It's a cloud time lapse.
Okay.
So it's about 30 seconds long. So we're just going to watch this real quick and we'll be right back.
Ooh, pretty.
Yeah.
Wow. Did she say when this was taken?
The camera says the first.
Okay.
I actually have a picture of myself fishing in the Escanaba River.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, I was up there for an attorney training thing back in the day.
They say if you don't know the answer, you can always ask Kanaba.
Oh my goodness.
Look at the clouds moving in different directions.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, right at the end there. That was really interesting. Of course, clouds move with the prevailing wind, and the wind changes direction as you go up. Sometimes, not all the time. But
okay.
You can see clouds moving in several different directions sometimes, which is interesting.
Well, thank you for the explanation, and Joy, thank you for the video.
Yeah, that was fun to see.
And we've got a photo from Rain. It's the last of their summer veggie harvest.
That's a nice harvest.
Doesn't it look good?
Her sister Marie, daughter number 2, has a really nice garden, and she grows some great stuff. Yeah, that is great.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
And of course,
Joy.
We've had a little bit of frost. I think my tomatoes have finally bit the dust, and of course, as cold as it is right now, they're not going to be growing anyway. So we picked all the green ones, and we got them sitting in newspaper now. The only problem is the cats get in when they think they're cat toys. So I looked around the other day, and here's Joy the cat, and Joy the cat is pushing a tomato all across the floor. I'm like, what has she got? It's a tomato. Interesting. Little green one right about that size. We have a very lived-in house. This is not the Oval Office or anything like that. It's very lived in. When you have 3 cats, it's got to be like that.
I love the peppers, purple peppers.
Isn't that neat? Yeah, there's such a variety of vegetables and fruits we have. I mean, the variety of food that we have here is just amazing. I mean, you go to a big supermarket or something like that, and I mean, you got all these different kinds of peppers and different kinds of berries that are grown out of the country that you can eat in the wintertime. We've really got it well here.
Mm-hmm. And Joy sent us another photo.
That's a nice picture. Again, look at the contrast of the colors. You got the blue sky, you got the gray there, and you got the white where the sun is bouncing off those little tiny raindrops there in the cumulus clouds. We're pretty far away. It's kind of hard to make out exactly how high those might be, but that's a pretty shot. It really is.
Yeah, beautiful day to put on a fall coat and go for a walk.
Yeah. Matt
And,
Rogers.
yep, over White Lake in Whitehall.
Okay, and again, you got the sun. It's really interesting because I was looking at something similar to this the other day, and you could see clouds all the way down to the horizon, but there had to have been beyond that a place where it was clearing, where the sun was shining underneath the clouds and illuminating them up in that bright red color. So very neat.
Yeah, Matt, thanks for sending.
Yeah. Ooh, that's
and
pretty.
Here's what's going on in Benzie County.
Yeah, another pretty shot here. And look at the entire cloud mass there is red. It almost, it almost looks like a Kilauea erupting in Hawaii or something like that. Doesn't it look like it could be a volcano?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of the smoke kind of going up.
And the leaves off the trees already.
Yes, as you go north of Grand Rapids, there's a lot of bare trees right now. But it's neat to see some color into the first week of November. We got a little bit of that. I probably have 70% of the leaves still on my trees here. Interesting.
And John Scully, I think this was sunrise. I think.
Could be. Another thing is we got a full moon right now, and so depending on how much brightness you want to aim for there, you can have a rather bright full moon too.
Mm-hmm.
But that's pretty. John takes some nice pictures. He sends some to me that don't get quite on the show. That he takes, of course, more than one. But we're very happy to have those, and wish him the best. He's around the Grand Rapids, Muskegon area.
Yes, and works with the homeless as well, doing a food service program. So
right.
Awesome.
There's a bunch of guys to get together and make peanut butter sandwiches.
Mm-hmm.
Homeless people and pass them out. And peanut butter is nice because it doesn't really require refrigeration, and it can last a few days and still be decent. So neat.
And if you want to have your photo or video on the show, you don't have to be named John, but you can be. And you can send it to bill@billsteffen.com, bill@billsteffen.com, and we would love to put it on the show.
That's for sure. Yeah, I hope you have yourself a great day today, and stay up with later forecasts as we're going to be tracking that possibility of snow and maybe even somebody getting some significant snow here early next week into the Sunday to early Tuesday time period. Have yourself a great day, everybody. Thanks for watching to the very end.